Hey everybody, I am here with Leanne from Lean's Beans. You can check out her channel and her awesome rats on there. So what we're doing today, if you haven't seen the video that is over on her channel, we are taking enrichment materials and providing modifications of rat enrichment for dogs and some typical dog enrichment for rats. What types of enrichment do you do with your rats? You want to give a little overview of that?
Yeah, sure. A lot of the enrichment I do with the rats is kind of based primarily on feeding different types of foraging toys. A lot of foraging toys from like birds or for other small animals, just a lot of different ways to kind of make their food more of a puzzle, more of a challenge, and also things that allow them to express their natural behaviors like scattering their food or burying it in a digging box. Things that are kind of novel, exciting objects like crinkly paper or a ball pit, or putting some peas in some water, letting them go fishing. Just a lot of different ways for them to get at their food that is kind of different and exciting, and also kind of more natural to what they would be doing if they were wild animals.
So what we're doing is having the dogs pick what type of enrichment they're going to do that Leanne commonly uses with her rats. So we're going to have the dogs decide based on some paper on the floor and see what we end up with. All right, Danny, go pick your enrichment. Which one? Here, pick one. Which one? Pick. Which one? Touch one. Here, Dan, which enrichment do you want to do? That one? Okay. What is this? A digging box. All right, so Danny chose a digging box. What's a digging box?
So in the rat's case, a digging box is something that lets them express their natural burrowing, tunneling, digging behavior that they would do in the wild. So in their cage, I have a big plastic bin filled with cocoa fiber soil, so just a dirt that's really safe for them to dig around in, and it is filled to the top, and within it I have different PVC pipes and hides and things buried in it, and I regularly scatter food in there and kind of keep it damp enough that they can make tunnels. So it allows them to dig in there, burrow, and then also it's another form of scatter feeding enrichment, so they have to dig and unearth their food within the soil.
Now that we've got a good idea of what a digging box is, Danny and I are gonna go home and give that a shot. And we'll see how that turns out. Stay tuned. So for Danny's digging box, I've decided to kind of go with a shipping box from Chewy that we got in the mail, and I'm gonna see what I can come up with to put inside of it, so that way we can kind of get that digging effect like Leanne has for the rats. Being that it's winter here, it's going to be an indoor thing rather than having an outdoor digging box. So I'm adding to the challenge here by also making it something that we can do indoors rather than a digging box outdoors that would require dirt or sand or something like that. So let's see what I come up with. I tried to really mix the food in there really good. So we'll see how this goes. I'm a little worried that the box I'm using might be too deep and he might start chewing on it. So I'm debating on switching to a little more shallow of a box. But I also want to make it kind of fun and challenging for him at the same time. So we'll start with this big one and see how it goes. And if it turns out to be a huge disaster, then I'll give a shallow box a try. Well, I tried a shallow box after the larger box, and he was able to put his paws into that one, but he didn't really do a whole lot of the digging. And I had hoped with the cardboard piece that had the holes in it in the larger box that the food would kind of fall through and that would kind of inspire him to use his paws a little bit more. But he's not a particularly diggy dog. He would prefer to pull at things with his mouth. So I didn't get the digging action that I had hoped for in this case, but he had a lot of fun, and really that's kind of the point of enrichment, is to give the animals something stimulating to do, something that they can exercise their brain a little bit, and give them something that entertains them, and in a lot of cases would allow them to express normal behaviors. But in this case, we were just trying to have some fun. So what kind of enrichment do you guys do with your animals? Go ahead and drop that in the comments below, and check out the rat challenge on Lean's Beans, and we will see you guys next time.